Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller, and today I should be playing a game that is for computer systems and not for Nintendo systems. That's something I don't normally do. Now, what is this game, you might ask? Well, in case you couldn't read the title of this video, you'll see it momentarily. I suppose it's time to go ahead and load up the game. So this is the game that I used to play from my younger days in elementary school. People used to load it up on the computer and stuff. This game is Wonderland Secret Worlds, and I doubt any of you have ever heard of this game. It is a puzzle game having to do with smiley faces, and if you're not interested in this game, then alright. But there is a free demo you can play, and the game, at least the price I got it at, was $7 when the original game was 20. Anyway, there's like 100 levels total, so this will be quite a lengthy walkthrough. So I gotta enter a name. Let's just do Yoshiller. There we go. Alright, so once upon a time in Wonderland. After a dark and mist-cold night, a magical storm blocked out morning light. It came from the sea out beyond Wonderland. It blew up water and threw up the sand. It rattled the trees, it rattled the ground, and made such a horrible, terrible sound. All Stinky could do was watch in dismay as the storm swept all the little stinkers away. Then stillness and darkness. What was Stinky to do? Then Stinky remembered a saying of old, with the help of your friend you can reach any goal. So Stinky set forth with no time to rest, and this is where we shall begin our quest. I butchered that, but whatever. Alright, so this is Wonderland. Now, these first few levels are really easy, and so I'm going to play them all in one go. Now, every level has a set amount of keys and a set amount of bonuses. In order to beat the level, you need to get all the keys and then go to the golden star. This golden star is blocked by gates. The gates will not disappear until you get all of the keys, as this says right here. The bonuses are extra. If you get all the bonuses on a level, well, I'll explain when the time comes. But for now, I'm going to beat all these levels in one go. So basically, your goal is to use the environment around you in order to complete the level. So you've got little switches you can press to access new areas. You can push rocks into water. You can push boxes into water. All you need is one box to cross the water. You need 2 rocks to cross the water. All sorts of different things. Basically, you have to get all the keys and so on and so forth. And then the bonuses are right here. Now, the bonuses, like I said, aren't mandatory to complete the game. You'll get a higher score. I don't care too much about the score, but I will try and 100% as many levels as I can. So here we go. That's level 1 complete. Now what you're about to see is the world map. And we've got a huge map to explore. For now, I'm going to do these levels. But yes, this is our map. And these are all the levels that I shall be doing. Now, technically, you can do the levels in any order, but it's divided into sections. All these different places like Forever Forest, Wasteland, The Void, yada yada yada, are sections. You can't get to those sections until you've completed a set amount of levels. But like right here, if I want to move on, it says a toll gate is blocking your way south. To pass, you need 6 gold stars. And there's 6 stars here. So I need to complete all these levels before I can go on. But I can play any of these levels in any order. Anyway, so this is really easy right now. As the walkthrough goes on though, well, let me say this. Each part will be based on sections. So one part will contain an entire area's or entire section's levels, okay? And as the walkthrough goes on, I'm bound to die because your character can die. If I touched one of those crocodile guys, I would die. If the time ran out, I would die. Sometimes I just have to reset the level because I messed up the puzzle and didn't get all the keys and so on and so forth. So you will only see completed levels. You will not see me die in this walkthrough. You will only see it when I complete a level. So meaning I'll keep recording until I complete a level, and then you'll just see that completed part. Now, this is one of those games that not a lot of people know about, and not a lot of people might be willing to watch, but it's one of those games that really needs a walkthrough because it does get really hard. Anyway, ice. You can slide across the ice, and yeah, you can use rocks to kill those alligators, chompers, whatever they're called. Here we go. Ta-da! There you go, they're all dead. You kill them, you get points. You don't have to kill them, though. And if you want to get 100% in the level, you don't have to kill them either. So, like, watch what happens when I get all these bonuses. When I go back to the world map, this circle here will be yellow. If you complete a level, it will be green. If you get all the bonuses on it, it will be yellow. Either way, if you complete all the levels without the bonuses, you'll still beat the game. Anyway, this is where it's time to look ahead. If you hold down the shift key, you can look about the level. Lots of stuff to come. And you might think, wow, that's a lot for one of the first few levels. Well, it's really not. It's really easy. And just wait till you see later levels. Trust me, they get really hard. So, alright. Here we go. Ah, there's the gold star. And there's only one key on this level. Alright, let's see. So if I can't get all the bonuses, whatever. It's not too big of a deal to me. Alright, so these are cannons. I think they have a name. I think I just said its name actually, but just refer to them as cannons. For now, they are deadly, but later you'll utilize their blasts to complete other puzzles and stuff. Like right there, you saw it destroyed the wooden box, but it cannot destroy the steel box. Now, another thing with a steel box is that if you push it into the water, it will not float like a regular box. You need 2 steel boxes to cross the water. Anywho, next bonus. So here we go, we've got reflectors. These will reflect cannon blasts. Additionally, later in the game, you'll learn that you can push them into the water and walk across them and stuff. But for now, we'll use that. You'll leave that reflector where it is. Yeah, it's really easy to mess up on these levels. Not so much in the beginning, but later, like, you mess up one thing, the whole level's done, and you don't even realize that you messed up until you pretty much complete the level. So yeah, we gotta wait till all these little guys are destroyed. You don't see them very often throughout the game, but they're there. Sorry, I keep like hiccuping. Alright, so that's that. So now I gotta make sure I don't get hit by those cannon blasts. Ah! See? That would have been close. And then these are the last of the bonuses. Alright. Okay. Hopefully I can do all these levels in one go without dying. Alright, now I gotta push this up to here. Now, even if I wanted to, I cannot push that box past that key. Keys will act as walls until you collect them, and that'll be a very important gameplay mechanic later in this game. That keys will act as walls. Anyway, that level is completed. Alright, so soon enough, not this next level, but soon enough, we'll get into one of the major components of this game. But for now, let's just continue on and move back here and get these bonuses. Alright. So this part may be like 15 minutes long, maybe. But later parts can range anywhere from 15 to 40 minutes. Like sometimes these levels take a while. And no, I'm not saying a level takes 40 minutes. I'm saying like if I'm going to do it by area, if I'm going to do it by section, the part will be 40 minutes long. Like we're I don't know, about 10 minutes now, and I'm only doing like the 4th level. Anyway, these bonuses later will get more like the bonuses in some levels are really out of the way. Other times you kind of collect them as the level goes on. So I'll get those bonuses afterward, but for now, we are going to use this gameplay mechanic. So these alligators are attracted to me, and based on where I move, they will follow. So if I leave that guy there, I can maneuver him to that green button, but he'll follow me the other way. So I can't go back out that way, basically. And now this is a very simple boulder puzzle. Boulder puzzles are common throughout this game, but all you gotta do is boulders will keep rolling until they hit a wall. So you gotta move them in a similar fashion so you can unlock this gate. And then I may have skipped it earlier, so I'm gonna say it now. If a button is square, that means when you press it, it's always pressed. If it's circle, you have to have something on it to hold it down. And if it's it's like a diamond star shape, it means it's timed. I think all of those were in this level, but anyway. No, I don't think they were. So now I gotta take this box, alright? I'm gonna take this box, and we are going to keep pushing it. We have to push it in a specific fashion, because otherwise it'll get trapped in a corner and I can't push it. Now, sometimes these bonus coins will be so out of the way that I won't be getting them, but for this level I figured I'll just go ahead and get them. So I don't know how interesting this game is to you guys. This walkthrough really shouldn't be too long. I'm looking at maybe 10 parts. I don't know. Alright. So here we go. Island hopping. Here we go. Alright. So these are teleporters. Another huge gameplay mechanic. They will teleport you to another part of the level, but based on the direction you enter them will determine where you go. So if I enter this teleporter from the left, I'll come out on the right side. If I enter the teleporter from the right, I'll come out on the left side. If I enter it from the bottom, I'll come out up. Basically, whatever side you enter it, you'll come out the opposite side. Now, later in later levels, like a teleporter might be in a corner and it just randomly spews you out to a side. You'll see that when that time comes. For now, don't worry about that. For now, I have to worry about getting these boulders to this thing, to this switch, this button. And that there, I know I'm doing all this really quickly, but I want to make sure this part isn't like 50 minutes, which it's not going to be. But what you saw there was me using a key as a wall. You can push rocks into keys and bonus coins and whatever, and they will act as walls. And you can use that to get a boulder where you need it to go. Now, hang on. How am I? Okay, here we go. I got this. There we go. All right. 3 more keys, 4 more bonus coins. 2 more keys are there. All right, so now what I got to do is I got to get this boulder back into that teleporter and push it accordingly. Yeah, so you can push items through teleporters. That'll be really important later. Also, you technically don't have to beat all the levels to beat the game. But I'm going to be beating all the levels. Whether or not I'll get 100% on them is different, but I will be playing every single level in this game. Anyway, here we go. Stinky and Loof Stinky and Loof together again. This is where we get a huge gameplay aspect. Switching between characters. This is Loof. The main character I'm playing as now is Stinky. This is Loof. And by pressing enter, I can switch between the characters. And this is a graphical error. There should be a house here, but alright. Most of this game revolves around you controlling multiple characters to complete a level. Right now it's 2. Sometimes, even when it'll still go back to me only using 1 character. Like, this level right now requires me to use 2 characters, but sometimes it'll just make me use 1 character. You'll see when the time comes. Anyway, this is just a minor example of what you'll have to do with 2 characters. Since you don't want box to get stuck in corners, and so what you'll do is you'll put a character in a corner, push the box in front of them, and have them push it in a different direction, like that. Blocks will increase your time, obviously, in case time ever runs out. In case you don't want to have to worry about time, you can turn that option off on the main menu, but I figured I'll keep the timer on. Now, alright, let's get these bonus coins. They're relatively simple. Okay. Here we go. So I can push this over here, and push it down, and get those 2. Alright. Slowly but surely. This is the last level of this part, so yeah. And for now, it's just 2 characters. There won't be any more than 4 characters that need to get controlled, and the levels will get really complicated when the time comes. But right now, the game's just making you ease your way into the rest of the gameplay, the major aspects, and we haven't even hit all of them yet. But anyway, let's leave Stinky there for now, and let's get Loof over to the boxes. You do not want to move Stinky from there. You want to keep him there. We need to get Loof, and we need to push this box over to him in a specific fashion. So I have to push it like 1 below him. So I'm going to do this. Ta-da! And then Stinky can push that there. Now, to get the bonus coins on the other side. Doesn't really matter where I have Stinky right now. I just need to put him out of the way. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so now we leave Loof there, or Stinky, doesn't matter. We haven't really hit any gameplay aspects yet where the character actually does matter, and there's very few. But there are some levels that focus solely on that. Alright, so here we go. Push this right in front of Loof, push that down, get these bonus coins, and alright. Now the last thing, and these weren't seen in previous levels, but there are these little wooden platforms here that'll disappear once you step on them. So Loof will have to go on one, Stinky will have to go on the other, and the level will be complete. Alright, there goes Stinky, there goes Loof. By the way, you need them both to get to the end of the level in order to complete the level. If one of them dies, the whole level's over. But anyway, soon Loof joined Stinky along the way to help a good friend save the day. The power of 2, much greater than 1, would help ensure that the task be done. Switch between Stinky and Loof anytime using the enter key. Yeah, so now we have enough stars to move on. Yep. Alright, so here we go in the Windy Hills. And that wraps up this part of Wonderland Secret Worlds. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. See you all next time in the next part when I take on the levels here in Windy Hills with Stinky and Loof in these puzzles and whatnot. Bye-bye, humans.